So the next song that we have here is Heeheehaheho Part 2. And I don't remember this one, and perhaps it's a really famous one that as Momo I'm completely forgetting, and shame on me for forgetting, but I just don't know. I don't know. But we will listen to it and perhaps it will refresh my mind. If I don't remember it still, can you tell me in the comments down below? Where can I find this song? Is it a new one? Is it an old one from like a B-side from another album that I'm forgetting? You can tell me in the comments down below, please. If you know more than me, I would gladly appreciate it. Ooh. I like the vibe of it. Feels much more like a B-side from Mamamoo. Ooh, that was really nice. Ooh. I love the vibe of it. So chill. The rap still is amazing. Heeheehaheho. I love this section. And Bonnie and Clyde, cheese and wine. Ooh, wee! I love it when she sings. Ooh. They went higher. Wow, the ad-libs. So chill. The ad-libs are fantastic. Little runs. Ending with the acoustic guitar and Wayne's ad-libs. Wow, I love this track. Okay, I'll go on the search for this track because it's called Part 2, so I must be able to find a Part 1 somewhere, and from which album it is, I don't know. I still, how can I have forgotten about Heeha?
2 hours later.
Yes, it is from their first album. It was released in the album Hello in 2014. Yes, and it was featuring Geeks. I knew that I had heard it before, but I couldn't remember where. I forgot it. Why? And it was actually only Solaween and Hwasa featuring Louis and I cannot read the other one, Little Boy. And actually now it is Ween doing the no, and actually is now Moonbill doing the rappers. And oh my god, I knew that I had heard it before. How could I forget it? It's really nice. I really like it a whole lot. And I'm wondering if it is like a cover from another track. Perhaps, but you can tell me more in the comments if you know way more than I do about this track. I really love how laid back it is, and their vocals are really nice. The ad-libs as it goes more and more are really nice as well. It's really a laid-back track, very chill, and it's something, like I said, that makes me think a little bit more about like the B-sides that Mamamoo has released in the past, and like the combination of their vocals plus the rap section is so freaking cool. Moonbeard rapping and singing as well is really nice. The harmony, it's everything. It's so freaking on point, and I'm so glad that I remembered this track from their previous albums, so it's a good one for me. So then the next one that we have is Words Don't Come Easy, which is also from their album called Melting that I mentioned before. And actually I forgot to mention a bunch of other tracks, but that's besides the point. And this album, by the way, is really great. If you have not listened to it already, go check it out. It's full of hidden gems. So this one, I watched some performances that they did during live shows, especially during the how you say it, Four Seasons concert, and it was sexy as hell. So it is definitely a song that has this very jazzy, sexier vibe compared to some of their other tracks, and I freaking love it as well. And I understand why they put it in this album, even though it's not a title track. The performance of it is so nice, and it shows a different side of Mamamoo, so I think it creates a nice balance to add it here as well. So now without further ado, let's check out Words Don't Come Easy. I love the guitar intro. I think it is the sax. I might be wrong. It feels like those jazz bars type of music. It's definitely the type of song that suits Hwasa and Ween better. It has been a long time since I last listened to it. They control the position and everything, the vocals are wow. So chill. Hmm. The addition of the drums for the rap section is really nice. The sax solo, wow. Such a great song. Oh. Ending with the violins. So nice. Oh. It sort of brought back memories of listening to this track and watching the performances and everything. It's such a nice track, and I forgot that I used to like it a whole lot. So it's a great thing that they released this album, and I think it's also nice because a lot of people that perhaps only know Mamamoo for certain title tracks, the more recent ones like Hip or Aya or stuff like that, might not know how great of a discography they have. And so by having some B-sides here as well, songs that are not as popular as the others, may bring more attention to that, and people might go and decide to listen to some of their previous songs and like discover their discography. I freaking love it, and I hope a lot of people do that. If you have not listened to some of the songs here and their original format, go back and listen to all their albums because it's totally worth it. And this one, jazzy feel of it, and they are able to pull off songs like those that are very much so more laid back, more like doing jazzy songs and stuff like that for their B-sides, which when you think about K-pop you don't really think about that, but you also have songs like those, and Mamamoo pulls it off so freaking well. I love it. And then we have the song that made me fall in love with Mamamoo, that is Piano Man, and I freaking love this. And I don't remember when they released it. Let me check it out. Let me see. Yeah, it was released in 2014, and actually discovered them in 2015 with this song. I don't know what I was doing, but I stumbled upon this song, and it was the first one that I've listened to from them, and then I discovered all the prior collaborations that they did for other songs that we will be checking out in this album as well, and it blew me away. I think I actually watched a reaction video to this song by like a reactor that I followed back then, and I fell in love with it, and it's so nice. So I'm really happy to see it be included here, but I think it's like obvious that they would do so as it is such a big part of their careers, and I'm really excited to see how they did for this version, the 2021 version. Oh, is it an acoustic version? Only the piano? That would be amazing. Piano Man. Yes. Funny how with the harmonies, oh my god. Piano Man.
Hey, Piano Man.
We have the trumpet. Wow. I don't remember at the time if a lot of groups released music like this. Like, it was such a different thing at the time, I think. Like, I remember clearly being like, okay, how come groups are releasing music like this with the very jazzy influences and the lower vocals and the powerful vocals as well, which was like, wow. It's really cool that they continue the references to their previous songs even till today. Such a great track. Moonbyo's rap in this is one of my favorites from her. It's so fun and playful. And it's much higher than she does now. And the crescendo. Mamamoo. Woo. Oh, like, I hope one day I will get the opportunity of seeing a live show of Mamamoo, which I think won't ever happen because it won't ever come to Switzerland, and I don't know when I will be able to go to South Korea, but not anytime soon. But imagining seeing this live, all of you that are watching this video and have seen a concert live of Mamamoo, oh my god, share your experience down below, because I cannot imagine how freaking amazing it must be to watch this song in particular being like performed live. Holy shit. I love it, I love it, I love it. Piano Man is definitely one of my favorites songs of Mamamoo, and it was the first song that I discovered from them, so obviously I have this very like emotional attachment to this track. It is amazing. I love the vocals, it's powerful, it's jazzy, it's groovy, and they were like the first ones that I saw doing those types of concepts like those, and it's so freaking amazing. I love it a whole lot. Then we have Ahh Oop, and this one was also a very like jazzy, very playful song, and it was a collaboration with Esna that did work on Piano Man, I think, or Words Don't Come Easy, I don't know anymore, but she used to collaborate with them. She was also on the RBW Entertainment, and she had this very jazzy voice, and I still watch her podcast now, and she talked about her experience with Mamamoo for the song Ahh Oop, and how at first she really wanted to do it alone and for it to be her song, but eventually the company was more like, no, let's put it with Mamamoo and sort of almost use it to set Mamamoo forward. And I'm not saying this because I like blaming Mamamoo or whatever. No, I know that the company is the one that decided all of that. It is not their fault. But I found it to be very interesting how she explained what went down behind the scenes, and how sometimes you may think that it's a one way, but actually it's another way completely, and how sometimes damaging it can be for an artist, the way the company takes the decisions, and it can make or break a group or an artist and everything. So I still like the song a whole lot. I love the sort of 60s vibe that it has for the MV, and I wonder what they will do for this one, if they will still keep Esna in. I don't know, so let's find out. I love the vibe of this.
Look at my eyes, look at my lips, look at my neck, just look, don't touch. Look at the way I will work it out from side to side. Just look, don't touch. Everywhere I go, I got the feeling. 불같이 뜨거운 시선들 서서히 다가오는 my little monsters.
They made her their own. Still great. I really wish they kept the collaboration with her.
Just look, don't touch. Every time you come a little closer, 넌 심장 소리 커지고 이대로 가면 너만 다칠 것 같은 걸 저만치 떨어져 있는 게 좋을걸 꺼져라 일로 와 밀고 땡기고 미치겠네 다칠까봐 걱정되잖아 1분만 10초만 시간 내줘요 이리저리 들려오는 귀찮은 얘기들 하나뿐이야 Oh baby please behave yourself 원한 얘기는 제발 stop 나는 저 멀리 떠나버렸어 Ain't nobody got time for this Listen to me boys 다 필요 없어 남자가 돼야지 안 그래? 잊지 말라고 내가 하는 얘기들 처음부터 쓰지 말고 Gotta respect girl 자 따라 해봐 이벤트는 필요 없어 비싼 것도 필요 없어 여기까지 좋지 화풀이 할 때 다
I can't help but just move along. Can't stay still.
몬스타 다 잡은 물고기 네가 더 확해 어장치는 분위기 손잡고 잘게 오빠 믿어 남자는 다 그래 아빠 말처럼 남자는 다 늑대 거기 뭐 너니 자꾸 반해 너니 진짜 너네 타입 아니야 절대 너네 타입 나도 바로 조심해 볼일 없으기만 goodbye yeah 기회를 줄 테니 just to screw it up 미치겠네 다칠까봐 걱정되잖아 말로만 하지 말고 생각 좀 해
So amazing. Behave yourself. It's really nice. This song always was like one of those like very sassy, sexy 60s sort of jam that I always love listening to. And it had this jazzy vibe and everything, and at the time when it came out I was really not expecting this type of collaboration and anything, even though it still falls in line with Piano Man and the songs that they had released at the time. But I was still a little bit surprised, and I love this so much, especially the collaboration with Esna. I think it made sense, and both Mamamoo's voices and her voice mixed together was really nice. The rap sections and like the sass and everything was so playful, and it was so freaking nice all together. Here, this new version still keeps all of those elements as well, minus Esna's sexy voice, raspy voice, and very deep. But I still like the song. I think the song is still so freaking good, and this new version just goes to show a little bit more of the sass. And I hope that if you are new to this track, go back, listen to their collaboration, go check out Esna's music as well. And it is such a nice collaboration, and actually in this case such a nice rendition of the track, still maintaining its energy, its vibe and everything that was so freaking good at the time and still is now. Okay, next one is Decalcomanie, and this one is definitely my favorite track from Mamamoo Like even with the most recent tracks, this one still is like my shit, my banger. I love it. And actually in my list of favorite songs from Mamamoo, which perhaps I need to update, I don't know, it was my favorite one. Spoilers, actually, and I just love it. So I wonder what this version will be like, as the original version is so damn iconic. Ooh, they did perform this one as well live. Was it the one that they perform at Queendom? I think it is. Yes, it is.
낯선 너의 등장이 평소 닿지 않은 눈빛이 뭔가 느낌이 좀 수상해 지금은 12시 10분 전 점점 분위기에 취하고 눈빛은 서로를 비추고 흐르는 침묵도 끈적해 터질 것만 같은 우리 사이 너와 나 입을 맞춰 I feel good 너에게 말을 맡겨 I feel good 이건 좀 위험해
Like with all Maoi's tracks, I cannot help but picture the performance side of it because it's so freaking good.
지난 여름부터 밤낮 사춘기 소녀처럼 꿈꾸게 만들었어 romance 오늘만 기다렸어 oh yes 핸드폰으로 치명적인 호흡이면스러운 버릇 까놓은 카페 내 공간에 와준 널 환영해 두 손을 머리 위로 cut your hand 너와 나 입을 맞춰 I feel good 너에게 나를 맡겨 I feel good 이건 좀 위험해 나 손을 놓을 것만 같아 너와 나 같이 그린 I feel good 오렌지 빛깔 그린 I feel good 조금은 위험해 또 멈출 수가 없어 나 I feel good 내를 깨우는 너의 속삭임 너의 손짓도 멈추지
I love this part and the build up. Oh. Mamamoo is coming back for you. Oh, the ad-libs are crazy. Amazing, fantastic.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
I don't know why I feel so tired, but perhaps because I just didn't stop moving all throughout it. It's so freaking good. And like we have the live version of Decalcomanie, and it's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite track of Mamamoo so far. And well, they kill it. From like the choreo, the performance, the arrangement, the vocals, everything is on point. And it's a fun, intense, powerful track, and they kill it. Oh my god. Okay, I love it. Like, needless to say, it's my favorite. Then we have Ahh traditional version, which is, I was going to say the most recent comeback, but it's not true at all because it's Mamamoo the most recent one. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and check out Ahh traditional version right now. Ooh, traditional Korean flute. It's also another version that they did live. It's really cool that put all the versions that they did live together for this album. I think that was the idea of it. Yeah. Oh. I love the arrangement. So cool of the arrangement. Favorite part. Killer part. Wow. I'll spend too much time listening to music. This live must be so freaking amazing. It's so freaking grandiose, like the ending. I love it when artists, Korean artists, do like the traditional like rearrangement of their tracks and add all the traditional Korean instruments and elements. The beginning with the flute, so much more like intense, and especially the song in itself, the original version still has it a little bit, so the fact that they amp it up all the much more for this version, so freaking fantastic. Then having like the last section of it be like, wow, so pretty amazing. The rap verses are much more like intense, and the song in itself was already super like badass, intense, confident, powerful, and all of that. So it makes it all the much more with the traditional version of it, and I love it a whole lot. I don't know if it's only me, but whenever I'm listening to those songs, I can't help but think about the performances, and I know that with most of the arrangements that we are listening here, they probably already did it live, and that's why it has that feeling of being like a concert format of some sort, and I freaking love it. I love it so freaking much. And then the next one is Hip Remix, which is like the comeback before Ahh, and I feel like it's the version that they did at the Melon Awards. It wasn't the Mamamoo Awards, the one that they did perform with JYP. Perhaps it is, perhaps not, perhaps I'm completely like mixing up things. But before we do so, I have to take a break and go drink coffee, and I will be right back because I just listened to 8 songs and my brain is like fuming. I will be right back.
2 hours later.
Okay, and we are back, and the next song that we are going to be listening to is Hip Remix, and this is definitely the song that blew up Mamamoo 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Lost track of time. I don't know when it was released, but it was a while back, and it was also the first time that they were wearing those mics here instead of having the handheld mics, and the choreo was much more intense than what they had done previously, and it was definitely a change, not so much so in the type of song, but it was just so empowering to see Mamamoo attempt something different after gaining so much popularity with their previous releases, and do something else and evolve, and like even have a message against the haters and being like, I'm hip the way I am. From head to toe, I know that I'm hip, and like the entire controversy not really, but like the criticism that Hwasa received about her, the way she dressed, not wearing a bra and stuff like that, and they sort of took it into like expressing themselves through music and responding to the public that had those malicious comments about it. So I find that this song was really, really intense, and I think this one will be the remix that they did at the Mama Awards, if I'm not mistaken. So now without further ado, let's check it out right now. Kick it. Hip band. Hip band. Yeah, I think it is the same version, and I love it. It's already so high. Kick it. Hip, 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 hip. Such a great song. Don't you want to dance along? The iconic part. Her rap sections are always so freaking good. Catchy. I don't know how they did it. I really want to sing along. So cool, the electric guitar. Dance break with Moonbeard walking on top of that chair and falling. And their outfits for that performance were like something good with the green. Yeah. Closer, closer, closer. This live must be so freaking cool to watch. Wow. Bravo! So it was indeed the same performance that they did at the Mama Awards 2018. Let me see, 2019 when they performed with JYP. Oh, it has been already 2 years since it came out. It's so freaking amazing, and I think it's one of their like most viewed MVs, as they reach like 289 million views with it, which is very rare for Mamamoo's MVs. They tend to go to like 70 million, sometimes 100 million, but never more than that, because like they tend to be a little bit more on the like popular in Korea instead of like internationally, but I think it was that performance. But it was just so freaking good, and I love the fact that they have this like rearrangements of the songs that are much more like instrument based, and it feels like it is a live show performance of the songs, and it makes it all the much more like super intense. So it was a little bit different. It has this live show vibe that I love so freaking much, and even when you're listening to it, you can sort of picture the performance being done live, and I love that about it. Plus it definitely went viral at the time when it came out, so it went viral for a reason. It's such a great track, very funky, very playful, and they seem to be having so much fun while performing it, and even the MV. So I understand why it's so freaking acclaimed, because well, it's really good. So the next one is A Little Bit, and this one is a ballad, at the very least I think so, and it was released in 2015 in their album Pink Funk, if I'm not mistaken. I think I said it correctly. No, Pink Funky, or in which you could find as well like Yeah, that we will be listening to afterwards, as well as Ahh Oop. And then you have other songs that are really great. If you have not listened to it yet, go check it out. It's really, really great. So let's jump into it and check out. This one normally was only performed by Wheein, Sola, and Hwasa. So I don't know if they added but I do think that they added Moonbeard as well, and perhaps they did a rendition of the song. Who knows, but we will soon find out. So without further ado, let's check it out right now. It's really beautiful. Wow.
같아 눈물이 나 이렇게 마음이 따끔거릴 때 그때야 알게 됐어
Beautiful.
아직도 좋은 너란 걸 오늘 따스한 손으로 나의 왼편에 서서 나와 발을 맞춰준 게 익숙했나 봐 가끔 혼자 걸을 때 네가 없는 그림자가 어색해
내가 알 수 있는 거라곤 널 추억하는 일 그때 그대로 멈춰있는지 내 모든 가사 절반이 네 얘기 뻔한 아픔과 뻔한 이별을 알면서도 난 편하지만은 않아 솔직히 궁금해 넌 어떻게 지내
가끔 눈이 따끔거릴 때 바람이 분 덕분인데 네가 부는 것 같아 눈물이 나 이렇게 맘이 따끔거릴 때 그때야 알게 됐어 내 전부는 아직 좋은 너란 걸 잘한 거라고 지금까지 잘 참았다고
I was wondering about Hota.
그렇게 말했었는데
Wow. It has been a long time since I last listened to it.
정말 아플 때 그러면 어떻게 해야 해
시간 지나도 달라질 건 없고 이젠 어쩔 수 없어 가끔 눈이 내 마음이 따끔거리는 건 너밖에
네
없어
생각에 따끔거려도
Wow.
이젠 잘 참아볼게
Wow.
모두 너니까
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's one of those songs that makes you think about your life. It's really nice that they decided to put like some B-sides here that are so freaking good, but perhaps a lot of people that only listen to their title tracks have not had the opportunity to listen to them. And gosh dang it, it has been a long time since I last listened to this track in particular, but it's always so freaking good. And even though I do consider myself to be a big fan of theirs, and I had completely forgotten about this track. It had been such a long time since I last listened to it, and it serves to be like a reminder that I should go back and listen to all of their albums and their B-sides, because wow, it's so freaking good, and it definitely deserves to get more attention. The vocals here are amazing, and if I'm not mistaken, the other version, let's say, didn't have Moonbyul in it, but perhaps I'm wrong. You can correct me in the comments if you desire, but I do think that she did not perform in it. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, okay. If I'm not mistaken, for that version in particular, Moonbyul did not sing in it, but perhaps they did a live show, because I'm seeing here that they had another performance in which she did sing with the others, so perhaps it is a case and I'm just completely wrong, which might be the case, but and that's besides the point. I do like it a whole lot, and the fact that we have her here as well, singing and rapping, and Hwasa as well. And it is such a difficult song, like the chorus, it's so high, and the power and the support, the technique, the control, everything is so freaking on point with this track. Well, I think I have discovered a new favorite of mine. I like it a whole lot.
아직도 좋은 너란 걸 있어